Good morning, everybody. Thought we would have a little coffee time this morning, talk a little bit about the tropics and what we can expect from Hurricane Helene here in west central Missouri this morning. So if you are in the stream, make sure you say hi. Good morning, Amy. We got the bus stop forecast out there on all of our social media pages, and we are going to be taking a look at Hurricane Helene and the effects, catastrophic effects that it can have down in the Big Bend of Florida, as well as what we can expect here in west central Missouri. And then we'll kind of take a look at our forecast through the weekend. Good morning, Lucky. So again, let me know what, if you guys are in here, make sure you throw it up there on the chat. This is going to be open discussion. If anybody has any questions, we'll be more than happy to take a look at them as well. Hi, Kayla. Good morning. I don't think you're going to have too much. I don't think you're going to have too much to worry about on Friday and Saturday. We are going to have some rain chances. I still think that we may catch a few showers from Helene. However, it has shifted east just a little bit overnight. So we'll go into that detail here in just a moment. So let's take a look around the area this morning. We've got 54 in Clinton, 52 in Warrensburg, 57 in Sedalia, and 54 in Harrisonville. Of course, we're under beautiful clear skies this morning. At least we're not having to deal with the thick fog as we have in some low-lying areas here over the last few mornings. A little bit hazy out there. I'm looking out the window right now. It is a little bit hazy, a little bit of fog trying to develop, but it's not going to be anything like it was the last few mornings. Good morning, Rick. I'm still trying to get caught up on coffee this morning. Rolled in here a little before, I guess it was about 5:45 this morning into the studios, and I only got about half a cup of coffee at the house. So I'm lagging behind this morning. So let's take a look at what the big story is down here to the south, guys. Let me go ahead and let's go to satellite here. And let's jump down to not quite ready yet with the so this is Hurricane Helene. Right now, it is set to make landfall into Big Bend. Actually, just to the east of Apalachicola, Florida, into the Big Bend. As a Cat 3 now, with the latest update this morning. Last night, for a brief period, it was showing the possibility of even a low-end Cat 4. And I still think that may be on the table. But regardless, 5-mile-an-hour winds is not going to make that much difference between a Cat 3 and Cat 4 and the damage that it is going to do along the coast. And as you can see, we've got hurricane warnings up. We've got storm surge warnings in which some parts of the Big Bend up to 20-foot storm surge. Now, this is 20 foot. That's 3 times the height of myself. So we're talking catastrophic flooding. The National Weather Service, as well as the National Hurricane Service, has used just very, very scary wording in their report, talking about unsurvivable storm surge in the Big Bend. So this is, it's been a long time since I've heard wording from the National Hurricane Center as strong as what they have been putting. Now, this here was the newest one that they had. And this shows threat to life and property that include typical forecast, uncertainty in track and intensity, potential for wind greater than 110 miles per hour, potential impacts devastating to catastrophic, structural damage to sturdy buildings, some with complete roof and wall failures, damage greatly accentuated by large airborne projectiles. My goodness. So, yes, plan for extreme, life-threatening storm surge, flooding greater than 9 feet above ground. So, definitely some big time wording from the National Hurricane Center, talking about uninhabitable areas, washed away areas, and that's just a storm surge. That's not including wind damage. That's not including all the possibility of tornadoes that will be on the eastern side of Hurricane Helene. So we are talking about a very, very ominous and destructive hurricane that is poised to make landfall this afternoon. Actually, more like this evening. I believe latest data I saw was like 4 to 5 o'clock. I'm sorry. It was 6 o'clock. That was the early morning update this morning. 6 o'clock Central Time is potential landfall of Hurricane Helene. So, of course, a lot going on down here in the southeast. They've got hurricane warnings all the way up through Georgia. And as they had talked about yesterday from the National Hurricane Center, that this is really kind of unheard of, to get hurricane warnings all the way up into South Carolina and Georgia. So, this is something else that they're going to be going through. Matter of fact, that hurricane warning goes all the way up to just south of Atlanta, Georgia. So, definitely something that we're going to be keeping everybody down in the southeast in our thoughts and prayers as we go through today. Now, as you can see from the path cone, that really takes this low pressure system all the way up to the boot heel of Missouri. Now, just 24 hours ago, this cone brought it all the way into central Missouri. So it has shifted east just a little bit, but I still think personally that we could see a few showers and thunderstorms with the remnants of Hurricane Helene here and of course here in west central Missouri. I don't think we're going to get a lot, but we are going to see a couple chances to see some showers, maybe a thunder shower. It will be very windy here on Friday and Saturday, and I highlighted that in our forecast coming up here in just a moment. We are going to get some winds out of this. Remember what we talked about the other day about the Fujiwara effect, and that's two low pressure systems. They get close enough to each other, instead of repelling, they actually pick up on each other's momentum and they begin to pivot around each other. And that is still what is going to happen. It just slowed down just enough, the hurricane did. So the low pressure system is just a little bit further south and east of us right now. So it's going to rotate just a little bit further east to us. But I still think it could bring us a possibility of seeing a couple showers over the weekend. Now, as far as the intensity of the hurricane, there are several models out there. We were talking about right now is talking about a Cat 3. Last night they said it could be a low end Cat 4, which 5 mile an hour, as I mentioned, is not going to make any difference. However, a couple models out there are still showing the potential of this thing to be a very strong Cat 4 to weak Cat 5. And let me just show you some of the models that are out there right now. So we have our the GFS is showing right around the 952 millibar, which is going to be about a Cat 3, maybe a low grade Cat 4. But you notice we've got a couple models out there, the Icon and the GFS. That is, that's the European, that is actually showing 935, 948. Now we start talking about very strong possibility of a weak to strong Cat 4. 935 low, man, that's getting down there where this thing could be a historical damage producer down in Florida. So it's looking very, very grim for those guys down on the coast of Florida. So again, thoughts and prayers to all of them. And there's going to be so many elements of a hurricane. You got the strong winds, you got the hurricane, you got the you got the tornadoes, you got the strong winds, you've got the storm surge, you've got flooding. I mean, all of this is going to be taking hold of Florida and the southeast coast here over the next 24 hours. So now we do have something before we jump into the forecast, something make sure everybody is aware of, is that on my webpage on subbiesweathertalk.com, you guys can go in there under video weather news and you can click on that, and I have live streams up of near Dauphin Island, Apalachicola, Panama City, Clearwater Beach. Let's see here, Clearwater Beach. What was that other one I had here? Panama City, Dauphin Island, Clearwater, and then Apalachicola, Florida. So definitely encourage you guys to check them out throughout the day today. Um, you can watch them right here in the link, or you can go full size if you want to and be able to see what is going on down there as Hurricane Helene makes her way into the coastline. So take a look at Panama Beach, and look like there are some pretty good sized waves that are coming into shore. But again, we're expecting landfall. It's going to be late tonight, probably 6-7 o'clock our time here, Central Daylight Time. So already starting to see maybe some of those outer bands, as you can see, as they expand out across the Gulf Coast. So definitely encourage you guys to watch the live feeds as the hurricane makes its way into the coast. So let's just jump and look over at our forecast that we are going to have here in West Central Missouri. So this is what I am expecting. So we're going to go with the daytime high of 80 degrees, plenty of sunshine today, 77 for your Friday, and still looking to see plenty of sunshine Friday night into Saturday. About a 30% chance that we could see some showers rotating in from the east, moving west. So I know that concerns a lot of people at times when, I get messages, hey, Subby, how come all this is coming from the east? And of course, this is because of the showers and thunder showers rotating in from the hurricane that is off to our east. So, and then Sunday, we should be looking at right around 80 degrees, beautiful, low humidity. But we're still going to be looking at a 20% chance of possibly seeing a shower on Sunday, maybe a few more clouds. Right now, going for partly sunny. We could see a little bit more influx of clouds on Sunday as well. But again, right now, I am not expecting a whole lot of effects from the hurricane. I know a lot of farmers was expecting and had their fingers crossed maybe to get some more moisture this weekend, in which we received anywhere between 2 to 4 inches of rainfall in West Central Missouri here over about a 4-day period last week. So that was very much welcomed here in West Central Missouri. But we were kind of hoping maybe to get a little bit more rainfall thanks to Hurricane Helene. But again, we're 36 to 48 hours out from really feeling any effects. So this thing could wobble a little bit further to the west and bring us a more substantial chance to see some isolated showers and maybe thunder showers. But one thing, these temperatures have been absolutely beautiful here in West Central Missouri. I did have a couple people ask me here last week if this is just going to last a couple days. But on that first day of fall, on Sunday, that Saturday prior, we got up there to the upper 80s, almost 90 degrees. And I think fall is actually fall this year. So I don't think we're going to be jumping back up and have any more 90-degree days. But we will have a few days that might get up into the low 80s. But I do believe we are in that transition time between fall and winter right now. So, and remember, you guys can download the Radford Media Group app, and that will you can always check out all of my live streams there, as well as Clinton Cardinal Sports and any important happenings here in West Central Missouri, and you can also stream the radio stations. So definitely want to make sure you guys download that. It's a great app, easy to use. So definitely recommend you guys doing that. Of course, all of this wouldn't be possible without our great sponsors right here in West Central Missouri. And of course, we've got the Dent Clinic. Fantastic people. I've known Chris my whole life. They do fantastic work. So, Dent Clinic, if you have any issues, if anybody is looking for a storm shelter to get prepared for next storm season in spring next year, Family Safe certified storm shelters and safe rooms. They're down there in Republic, Missouri. Give them a call. They'll walk you through the entire process and give you a great estimate on having a life-saving storm shelter there at your residence. And then, of course, Jay Southland Tow. They're out of Raymore, Missouri. They serve Raymore, Belton, and Clinton. 816-779-4869. And these guys can get you out of any mess that you may be in or get yourself into. And we are heading into hunting season. So there is a possibility that you may get stuck, or wintertime, get stuck in the snow. So definitely encourage you guys to utilize and shop local. I know we don't have a whole lot of choices around our area, and we've been talking about that for years and years. But if you can, try to keep the money here in West Central Missouri locally. These guys work really hard for what they do, and we would like to support them. October 1st, big news. We're going to be having a contest. Subby's first 1-inch snowfall contest is coming up on October 1st, and you'll be able to enter that on our website, mykdkd.com, as well as the Radford Media Group app. We'll have a link on that as well. You tell me the date and the time of when you think 1 inch of snowfall is going to fall right here at the Weather Center here in Clinton, Missouri. And if you are the correct guesser, Ag Power out of Sedalia, my buddy Zach, donated a 6,000 watt brand new John Deere generator. This thing will power up your entire house. And what a great prize package he has put together. And we're also going to have some other sponsors as well, and some great fabulous prizes to the winner. So that will be rolling out October 1st. A little bit more details will be coming out on that. So I encourage you guys to please take advantage of that. This is going to be a fun contest as we go into the month of October, and you'll have to get your guesses in by the end of October, because as we go into November, the LRC and the Global Predictor is showing a couple chances of seeing a 1-inch snowfall in November here in West Central Missouri. So for those of you that want to take advantage of maybe getting a leg up on that, you can go to weather2020.com and you can download the Global Predictor for your desktop. You can go to your Apple or Android device, download that app, Global Predictor. It's like $5.99 a month, and you can get a forecast up to 6 months in advance anywhere around the world. You can tell whether it's going to rain, snow, whether or not it's going to be hot, cold, what the temperatures are going to be. Fantastic. So let's just, I will show you guys that here real quick. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free. We're just chatting this morning, just talking about the hurricane, talking about the impacts that we have here in West Central Missouri. We'll do a recap on that forecast again here in just a moment as well. So let's see here. There she is. Global Predictor. All right, let's bring that over here. And actually, let me do this. Make sure everybody can see what I'm looking at. So this is going to be anywhere around the world you can check out a forecast. So let's jump up here. Say we are in Oklahoma City. And we want to take a look at November. And let's look that third week, and let's look at November 19th. And we're looking for a high of 59 in Oklahoma City. We're going to have a low temperature of 39 degrees. And doesn't look like any snow. And looks like we could be picking up maybe a little bit of rain during that time in Oklahoma City. So definitely an awesome tool, especially if you have outdoor plans, if you're going to have a wedding outdoors, if you're going on vacation or going on a drive. You can go anywhere around the world and be able to get your 6-month forecast. Now remember, the new LRC is setting up right around October 6th. It was going to be the first day of the news cycle. Now remember, every year is unique. Every year has a new cycle and the number of days in between the cycles. So we're going to have a whole new forecast coming up for the rest of 2024 into 2025. It should set itself up right around the first week of December, in which we are going to have Gary Lezak, the founder of Weather 2020 and the LRC. We are going to be having him here on a podcast talking about the West Central Missouri winter forecast. So very excited to have Gary talking about the LRC and how it reflects here in West Central Missouri. So very excited about that.